And as we're talking about these challenges for late baby boomers, how do you help them figure out if they've saved enough for retirement, Andrew?
Well, I mean, we definitely have good conversations about long-term care, making sure that a health scare doesn't become into a financial curveball that wrecks their financial plan. But for the later baby boomers, what we're having a lot of conversations about lately, Luann, is making sure that their estate planning is in good order.
Mm.
So we're sitting down with our estate planning attorney who's been with me for 9 years, making sure that every family has a power of attorney, both medical and financial. Remember, an IRA stands for an individual retirement account. That's an individual retirement account, meaning your spouse cannot access your TSP, your 403B, your 457, your IRA without a medical or financial power of attorney. You're going to need those important documents so that they can help make decisions on your behalf if something happens to you. Now, your spouse may be a beneficiary, but you're not dead yet. You're only disabled or demented. And so you have to have these basic legal documents like a power of attorney alongside a living will and a last will. And sadly, so many families have procrastinated. They want to get these documents done and they've put it on the back burner. And so that's why at Swan Capital for the last 9 years, we've made it a priority of having a CPA in office, having an estate planning attorney in office. We just don't want to send clients out the street, out the door on their own, trying to figure out how to do their homework, who to hire to do their homework. No, we wanted to actually do it all in house if we can, and that's why we created this total wealth management strategy. The second is I met with a family just today who had a home that's paid for, and I explained to them that if you pass away, that home is going to your spouse. But when there's no more spouses, when you both pass away, this late boomer couple had not taken the time to set up an enhanced life estate or looked at a trust to make sure that their home did not go through probate when they
Mm.
both passed away.
Yeah, there's just so much involved, and it would be really tough to do it alone. And that's why we're here every week to say you don't have to go it alone, that Andrew and his team can come along beside you. For people who are, for people who already lived in through 2008, and they're maybe concerned, you even said it, there could be another financial downturn, in their retirement. What are some strategies that they would need to consider to preserve their savings, to try to?
Well, I think it's imperative that you have a retirement income plan. Remember that market volatility only matters if you need the money. I know that sounds basic, but it's so true. So many times people want to take less risk because they become older and they think, these are crazy times, these are scary times. I need to protect what I have. Well, if you put your money in the ground, it's protected, but it's not going to keep up with inflation long term. So actually, sometimes the best offense is your best defense.
Mm.
So you have to prioritize offense, and that means growing your money over time. So the only way that I know to give someone a permission slip to take more risk is to have a retirement income plan. I get to show families, I say, with your pensions, you have $80,000 between Social Security and your pensions. But if we have this bucket set aside, that's your permission slip because this bucket of $500,000 is only designed to produce income, and it can produce 25, 30, $40,000 of retirement income to supplement your $80,000 worth of pensions and social securities. Therefore, the other 500,000 that you have, we can take reasonable risk. We can take risk with these funds because we have that permission slip in our right hand.
All right. So, again, talk about your process to help create that comprehensive retirement plan that will cover all the risks of retirement.
Yeah, we call it a sleep study, not because we do sleep apnea equipment here at Swan Capital. It's because when it comes to your retirement, you don't want to be spending your retirement on the beach, watching the grandkids play in the sand while you're looking at your statements. You don't want to go to Disney World, but be checking your phone because you're worried about the markets. That is no way to live out your retirement. And so we call it a sleep study because when it comes to your income plan, your tax strategy, your liability from credit creditors and predators out there. When we look at someone's estate plan, we want to make sure that you have straight A's going into retirement, not just in one category. Everyone wants to talk about the investment category because it's so exciting, and that's what we do for a living. But we have to make sure the ancillary departments and the ancillary fields are doing their jobs too. And that's why it's so incredibly important that you have that sleep study in hand going into retirement. If you're 6 months from retirement, maybe you're 6 months into retirement, this is a perfect time to make sure that you're retirement ready. So give us a call at 1 800 848 8768.